training leaderships, the most common error. Let's share the while training leadership, the second most common error. Let's talk about it. My friend, organizations that don't think hard adopt the unconscious assumption that leadership development is something that starts and stops with senior management. Then immense, I've seen many organizations, corporates, they spend immense amount of money on in-house leadership programs, on people preferably the top level, and on providing the top management with expensive one-to-one mentoring schemes. And all these luxury five-star hotels I go, they are booked and occupied by all this in the garb of a BNA or something, all in the name of leadership. My friend, this unconscious strategy reflects the second most common error, the making of a false dichotomy between leaders and managers. A consequence was that some organizations concluded that they need both leaders, heroic or charismatic figures, and plodding managers, of course. So they bet their entire training budget on trying to turn their senior management into transformational leaders. And predictably, the, all of them, most of them, they lose their money. My friend, this unconscious assumption is also a curious survivor of the old-timers established class system. Management, like society, was divided into upper, middle, and lower classes. Executive, directors, and other senior executives with directors or near director status, middle managers, and supervisors, and foremen, these days renamed as a first line managers, all sort of things. Myself, leadership was the preserver of the first group. Get the right and else would follow. This was always, I feel, is an outdated thinking. Wise organizations always saw themselves as a hierarchy of the three leadership levels we have talked about, and that is team leadership, operational leadership, and strategic leadership in any hierarchical organization. Point to remember or note is that one level is not superior to another in importance. There is no class system. They are different in levels of responsibility, surely, but all are equal in value. Therefore, in principle, there is no reason why more money should be spent on one level than upon another. Money should flow to the point where it can be used more effectively or more efficiently, I suppose. Where that point or points in any a given organization is a matter of judgment. But as a general principle, it is more likely to be nearer the team leadership end of the spectrum. The reason is that younger people, I feel, are far more likely to take on board both the generic role of a leader and the attributes that naturally associated with it. By take on board, I mean learn. And of course, we will go on learning throughout our lives. But there are windows of opportunity, my friend. For example, if a child, for some very rare and I would say extraordinary reason, misses the windows for acquiring a language, it is virtually impossible for him or her to learn, to communicate virtually in a later life. My friend, we must see, and I have seen, that in training leadership, the second most important common error focusing on the top, with the assumption, with carrying on with the assumption that leadership development is something that starts and stops with senior management. No. Thank you very much.